Ooh! Ooh, the devil's got a nibble! Hey guys, Scott here. Welcome to my channel. So we're gonna do kind of another vlog or just kind of talk about something, but you know, are you ever sick and tired of falling back or falling a victim to your same old stupid selfish sins or patterns or bad habits that keep you from, being who you really should be? Now, what I mean is, there's people who are alcoholics, or people who do drugs, or maybe your habit is swearing too much, or maybe not appreciating your spouse or someone you're with, or maybe it's pornography, or maybe it's anger. There's so many different issues out there that we all are struggling with. Some people have an issue with smoking, while other people have an issue with drinking. Everybody has their demons that they're fighting, and you ask yourself, I just need a little help. And if you're a Christian, God's there in that moment. Okay, say you sin, whatever your sin it is, and you tell God, you ask for forgiveness and go through the motion of that. Okay, then the next time that sin comes up, or something that's going to make you sin, God's there. God gives us outs. I have seen that over and over and over and over again, and if you look, there's a way for you not to do what you're going to do to cause you to sin again and to cause you to go back in that old pattern. God's there. It's just, we say, or we kind of ignore it in a way. So you might think, okay, so God has a sign, but, in that moment, I just kind of mess up. I really just mess up and fall victim to that same pattern. So I'm here to tell you guys what you have to do. First of all, you got to understand the devil knows you, okay? Listen to me. The devil knows you. He knows your patterns. He knows what will work and what won't work. But you know what? The devil will leave you alone if you can fight him off. And now, of course, that is so easier said than done. My own personal experience, I can say that 1000%. That is so easy for someone to say that. But you know what? I have done it, and I have been fighting him off. Now, as I make this video, I guarantee you today, by the end of the day, he's gonna bring something up to either distract me, to get me angry, or try and get me to go back to old sins, because that is how he works. Okay, first of all, you got to understand who Satan is. Do you know why Satan was cast out of heaven? Do you think about it a little bit? Why was Lucifer cast out of heaven? Because he was jealous that God loved man so much. It's very fitting that someone who's jealous of man, of God's creation, would be against God's creation and try and bring him down in any way possible, every single person. The devil has demons doing work for him. Now I know people say, oh, demons and angels, that's just baloney. No, it's not. Just because you can't see something, can you see the wind? No, you see the effects of the wind. You can't actually see the wind in the air, but you can see what the wind does. It causes trees to shake. It causes leaves to blow around, dirt to blow around, snow to blow around. You see the effects. You can't see the demons or the devil, but you can see the effects of him. And let me tell you, if you've ever seen somebody struggling with a drug addiction, let me tell you something. You're seeing the effects of the devil or demons. So what do? Let's say you're that kind of Christian that you're sick and tired. First of all, you got to get to that point where you're sick and tired of doing the same old sin, being the same old person. You want to be a better person. You want to do better. You want to be better. In your heart, you really want to. That's got to be the number one key thing. Okay? So you sin, you go through the motion, you ask for forgiveness, and you have to mean it. You see, you're not forgiven unless you truly mean it from the bottom of your heart. If you sin and then say, Lord, you know me, I'm sorry, I was a victim. You're not a victim. We all choose it. The devil doesn't force us to do something. Okay? We choose it. We choose to look up those images. We choose to drink another drink even though it's going to send us down a bad road. We choose to pick up that needle and inject ourselves. We choose to overly cuss. Now, you might say, well, I don't try to cuss, when I do something that just comes out. Yeah, but in the beginning you chose to, for whatever reason, you picked up on those bad habits. So, you need to kick them. Now, swearing is not as bad as, a lot of these other things out there, because first I want to talk off that, a female dog, we all know, or most of us know what that truly used to mean, the word. It's a new cuss word of this day and age, but female dog back then meant what our cuss word is now. A donkey back in the day meant, what a cuss word is now. A bundle of sticks back in the day is now mentioned as a cuss word. That's how we call it. So, just like gay, the term gay meant happy. It meant happy a long time ago. Now, the term gay reflects to, we're not getting into that, but you guys know. So, now, to get to the point. How do you fight off the temptation of the devil? Just by saying, you know what, I'm gonna do something else, or when that feeling comes over, I'm going to preoccupy myself. That might work, but you know what you have to do? It is so simple, but we often forget about it, but I found it to be the number one thing in life. Number one thing. It doesn't matter if it comes to if your spouse does something that really annoys you, but yet, have you ever noticed that when you're trying to be a good Christian, something will happen, your spouse will annoy you, or just something in general will happen to get you annoyed. And once you get into that mindset of you're annoyed with that person, you open yourself up to the devil then sneaking in with other things that he knows is going to lock you in. It's like a fish on a line. The devil throws out that line. Okay, well, I didn't nibble at that line, so he's going to throw out with another bait. No, I didn't nibble at that one. He's going to throw another bait. Ooh, the devil's got a nibble. He's got a nibble. I'm nibbling at that. That's starting to irk me. That's getting my attention now. But I'm not going to let it affect me today. Okay, so you throw out a deeper line. And this line is with temptation and thoughts that, he knows are really going to try and get us down that road. Have you ever noticed for example, if you have an ex-girlfriend or boyfriend, and what, they were not good for you, or, thinking about them leads you down to, thinking, being depressed and stuff, and, you're doing so good, you're not thinking about that, and all of a sudden, boom, they pop up, or their picture pops up, or someone starts talking about them, just to remind you about things. You see, we are triggered by a lot of things in life. Now, I know, you guys want to know what you have to do when the devil is doing all this stuff. Guess what? Here it is. Are you ready? Are you guys seriously ready to know what you have to do that actually does work if you mean it from your heart? If you're in that moment, all you got to do is say. You say this. No, devil. I am sorry, devil, but you are not going to pull me down. This is not going to work today. You're not going to do this, and you need to keep saying that. You keep saying that until he gets it in his head and leaves you alone. You could say, devil, not today, and then just go about your business. He's going to go and keep trying. And he's going to keep trying, but out loud. Tell him. Tell the devil. The devils are all around us. The demons are all around us. Angels are all around us. Just like the air is that we breathe. It's all around us. Okay, so you got to tell them, no, not today. You're not going to do this today. And you know what? He might hit you, and he might attack you, and he might hammer you down. And every time he does that, you say no. Because not only are you telling him something that he doesn't want to hear, but you're also affirming yourself that, look, I'm not going to put myself in this position no more. I'm tired of being that same old slob. I'm tired of ruining my life because of feelings or because of sinful nature. We were all born into sin. God gave us a free will choice to choose what we want to do. So you know what? You got the choice to say, okay, you know what? I'm going to sin this time. Or, you know what? A lot of us, we will numb it out and we sin. We sometimes we don't even think about what we're doing and we just do it. And then we think, oh, man, I did it again. I did it again. No, you say no. If you have a pornography problem, you say no. I am not doing that today. Not today. And you know what? Every day you say the same thing. If you got a drinking problem, I guarantee you one of your friends going to invite you out for a drink, or some life stress, some event's going to happen that's going to cause you to want to drink, because that's just the way the devil works. People say, oh, that's just, have you ever noticed, like, if you're in a hurry to get home, that's when you get stuck in traffic, or when you have something important to do, you get stuck in traffic. We all say it. That's just the way the world works. No, that's the way the devil wants the world to work. You guys cannot forget, okay? The devil is roaming around. It's in the Bible, guys. The devil is roaming around. And you know what? He finds joy in our stupid schemes. I mean, think about it. I mean, why do we do what we do? Like, for example, if your marriage is struggling really bad, you're fighting to get your point across, but what does it really matter? What is the point? I mean, are you going to stay with that person, or are you going to get a divorce? There's no in between. Just like you're either a Christian or you're not a Christian. You can't stand on the fence. And so many marriages, I'm here, I'm on this side, I'm on that side, I'm on this side. Well, now I'm in the between. I don't know what I want to do. Do I want to get a divorce, or do I want to stay? I love this person, but they really drive me mad. Hello, you're either staying with them or you're going to get a divorce, and you're going to give up on what God put together. If you married that person in love, guess what? You still love them. It's just you're letting your own pride and stupid points get across. That's the whole thing about marriage. Marriage is stressful. It's not easy. People who say it's easy, they forget how hard it was. And you gotta remember, like, for the older generation, we live in a different age as, our grandparents lived in. So we are, back then, if you wanted to, let's say, look up something bad, you had to go get a magazine. So you had to go and find someone who sells dirty magazines in person, go and buy that magazine, and then bring that magazine home and hide it from your wife or whatever. Back then. Now, kids can literally get on Google and type in something, and it'll bring up bad stuff. The devil is active everywhere now. So what do you do? What do you do? You tell him, no, not today. Say you're searching something, and do you know how many times I've been searching car parts, and I search on Google, I mistype something, or I search black hole. We don't want to get into that, but I was looking for a black hole for my 92 Camaro. It's a black hole button that you put on, where was it? It was right below the cigarette lighter outlet. Anyway, I searched black hole button. Okay, it came up some horrible stuff. It's like seriously, this world is too easy. The devil is everywhere. But you know what? The devil did not make you do something. And that's something I need to put across. The devil does not make you get a divorce. The devil does not make you look up pornography. The devil does not make you take that drink. The devil does not make you smoke that smoke. The devil does not make you say the swear words. The devil does not make you do anything. It's our free will to choose what we do. You could say, oh, I'm addicted to this. Well, you first chose to do that. Yeah, the devil may put it in front of you, may try and get you to do something, but we make the choice. We are accountable for everything. Okay, this is an important video. Now, I'm sure a lot of people probably turn this off by now because they don't want to hear it. Marriages, people that are in a bad marriage, they don't want to hear that, hey, you both need to fix yourselves. I don't care if your wife or your husband is 90% of the cause of it. Guess what? When you're trying to put your point across, both of you are hurting, okay? I can say in my own experience, my marriage has never been better than what it is right now. And let me tell you, there was times that I didn't think we were going to last. Honestly, we were this close to just, you know what, it was done. Okay? No therapist came in and helped us. Nobody came in and helped us to get back together. I mean, not get back together, but get our marriage back on track and stuff. No, we both wanted it so bad, and we realized, you know what is the point in making a point? There is no point in making a point because you are one. You are one. You are two people who got married and now you became one person. Okay? So there's no making a point on one side and making a point on the other side. It doesn't matter who's right or who's wrong. You're fighting. That means you're separate. If you're not one person in a marriage, then you're two people in a marriage. And if you're two people in a marriage, then you have two different prideful people in a marriage. You have two people trying to get a point across and nobody wins. And then you say you try and put God in the middle of that. No, God ain't going to be in the middle of that marriage if you're two. If you're one person with one goal, one focus, both doing everything you can to make each other happy, God is going to be on top of that. God is going to be the top, the center, the bottom of your marriage. Now, we kind of got off point on that, but there's just so many things, and I just hope people realize that. Tell the devil no. Tell him no. And sure, it's so easy to say, well, I told the devil no, but then I fell back to sin. Guess what? If you really told him no and you meant it from the bottom of your heart, and you said it with balls, and you said it that you meant it, you will not fall back to that same pattern. It's only when you're weak when you fall back to the same patterns. Now, the hard thing is keeping it going. Because I understand more than probably anybody that, yeah, you can win one battle, but the devil will come back. And he might come back even harder. So, what do? That's why you always got to be ready for the devil to strike. The devil, don't forget, the devil is a serpent in the tall grass, waiting for you to walk by so he can strike at any moment. Just strike at any moment. So you got to be prepared. And I know that is hard. I mean, you could be walking with your husband or wife and something will come up that will trigger, your emotion. Emotions get the best of us, and that causes too many issues. And so you got to be prepared. You got to always remember, one, there is no point. When you're fighting, there's no point. I don't care if you're right or wrong. I'm at the point in my marriage that what does it matter if I'm right? What does it matter if, say, my wife goes and does something or says something the wrong way or really does something to get on my nerves? What does it matter? Does it really, in the big picture, I want to go to heaven. She wants to go to heaven. We said our vows. We love each other. That's all that matters. God put this together. That's all that matters. Oh, she says something this, she does that, or she's just annoying nag, or he's an annoying person, or he's never home, or hey, it doesn't matter because you are now one. Remember that you're one. Your feelings have to be her feelings, and just like right now, I just got a text from my wife. I love you very much. Let me see if I can close this down. So yeah, our marriage has never been better, and that is not to brag. I am not saying that to brag because, as I just said, our marriage was on the brink of extinction. I mean, people probably around did not know that, we were so close to getting a divorce because, you fall into a pattern. You allow the devil into your marriage, and once you allow the devil into your marriage, that's it. That is it. Unless you both get God, you go to God together and you tell God, please kick the devil out. We're willing to fight. We're willing to fight tooth and nail to make this work. Unless you do that, you both need to sit down together. You need to sit down together. If you're in a marriage and it is falling apart, you sit down together. Throw away your pride. I don't care what it's about. Okay, if they cheated on you with somebody, that's a whole nother story. That's something you need counseling with. That's pretty deep if you're dealing with that. But if it's nothing with cheating or anything, okay, sit down with your wife or your husband, okay? Sit down together. Take her hand, take his hand, out loud, both say together, devil, no. We do not welcome you in our home, in our lives, in our future any longer. You may have won before, but we are stronger together. We are one. And Lord, please come in and save our marriage. Help us save our marriage and help us beat the devil. Keep him out of our lives. You need to do this together because you're one. That's the biggest thing is, you're one. You're a one person. So anyway, sidetrack, 20 minutes long. I'm tired. I actually got a headache. Had a headache since this morning. But I think it's a tired headache because of work. Been working a lot lately. So, alright guys, I am out. This is another Tough Talk with Scott vlog. These videos are kind of controversial to some people. Some people agree with them, a lot don't. And that's okay. I'm saying what's on my heart and what I feel God wants me to say. So, I think, if you guys would really listen, you would learn from my mistakes. We will be doing even more controversial videos in the future, but I think you guys really can learn from my mistakes. From a guy who's I've been through the life's roller coasters, a lot of things at a young age, like being engaged to a girl that I thought was my soulmate, then splitting up and going down that road, then getting married to the wrong girl because of the last girl that I thought was my soulmate, went with someone right away after we broke up, so I just found a rebound. I got married because I just got married because, yeah. And then ended up being treated horribly and ended up, in a bad position of getting a divorce. And then, trying to figure out what I want to do with my life, where I'm going to go. I pretty much had to reset my whole life at that point, and struggled with a lot of things. So, I come from the position of I know what I'm saying because I have been there, I'm still there, or I have overcame it. I overcame it. Alright, so take care guys. Thanks for watching.